Caregivers are the quiet heroes in our communities, and today we're spotlighting a nonprofit that's making sure those caregivers aren't alone. It's called the Serengeti Care Foundation, and joining me to discuss its mission and how we can all be a part of the solution is Donor and Stewardship Manager Christiana Warren. Hello, hello.
Hello.
So walk us through what the Serengeti Care Foundation is all about.
Yeah, so it is a nonprofit whose mission is to care for those who care for others. And so when I say those who care for others, I mean caregivers. And my boss, Dr. Albert Mananga, he has been in the medical field for I don't know how many decades.
Wow.
And has worked alongside caregivers, and has seen that these are individuals who give so much of themselves, both emotionally and physically, and often they struggle to thrive. So the foundation was founded to help change that.
Amazing. And so what kind of work do caregivers do day in and day out? Because it can differ, like it runs the gamut.
Yeah, so they do everything it takes to help you feel comfortable. And that can look like helping you with errands, getting groceries, cooking your groceries, helping you use the restroom, helping you bathe. They work with you at your most vulnerable, and they help you to feel comfortable.
Amazing people. And can you tell us about the people that caregivers serve as well? Obviously, some people that are needing these services, but walk me through that.
Yeah, it's all of us. Whether you're out of a major surgery or recovering from an illness. I've met a gentleman who was a hardworking construction worker, and then in his 50s, he actually had a stroke, and he lost his ability to walk and to talk. And I know someone else who was diagnosed at just 17 with a very rare heart condition, and his entire body is so swollen that he's immobile. So both of these gentlemen need help with just the basic, what you and I take for granted every single day. And so they wouldn't have ever expected, especially such young ages, to need a caregiver.
Yeah.
And most of us, when we think of caregivers, we do think of older adults. So we think of like our grandparents, and they're the reason why we're able to age in place. And we have our homes for a reason, and we feel comfortable. A lot of us have raised families and had our best memories in our homes, and we want to be able to continue to live and age there. And caregivers make it possible for us to do so.
And so what kind of support does the foundation specifically offer to help caregivers feel seen and valued and appreciated?
When I first started, I began interviewing caregivers, and I asked them, as a foundation, how can we best serve you? And so many of them said they just want help progressing in life. They want help with education. And even though caregivers are working 50 to 80-hour work weeks, a lot of them, and they work multiple jobs, when they come home, they're having to choose between either paying rent or bettering themselves and being able to further along in their role as caregivers, because they want to be able to serve their clients as much as they can and improve their skills and progress in life. And so one of the ways that we help caregivers is through helping them with educational grants and financial aid. And then another program that we just launched, which I'm really excited about, is our Serengeti Tribe, which is an online social community. And so caregivers can come and they can connect. And we offer friendship tips, and we have events. We encourage them to meet in person as well. Because like most of us, we struggle with isolation and loneliness, and making friends is hard, especially for caregivers who do not have time. They're working
Good point.
2 jobs. And so the idea is to make it accessible and easy for them to make those connections. But yeah.
These services are incredible. And so how can the community help?
Well, one way is that you could join that online community, because caregivers don't just want to make friends with other caregivers. They want to make friends with you and me.
Right.
We're pretty cool. And,
I think so.
And so you could join the community. That's also where we would post about updates and what we're doing as a foundation. And you could see your direct impact on the caregivers' lives if you were to help with resources and donations. So that's one way. And then also you could just open your checkbooks and make donations, because we are a new foundation and we're so passionate about supporting the caregivers. And there's millions of caregivers just in the U.S. and so many of them have these needs. And so donations with just $50 a month in less than half a year, you can help to bring a young, aspiring individual who has a big heart and wants to help. You could help them become a caregiver. And then they're in your grandma or your grandpa's home, and they're providing them with great care.
That's fantastic. And we have that QR code up too for people that are interested. And I can feel your passion, and I love that. So where does that come from?
Well, there's two reasons why I'm specifically so passionate about helping caregivers. One is because all of us at some point, whether you or I or somebody we love, they're going to need a caregiver. And we want caregivers who are thriving and that feel supported and that have balance in their lives. Because so often caregivers, when they're going into our homes, they're not just offering us physical help, but it's like social and emotional help. And they're like one of our only friends for a lot of these clients. So it's helping both the clients who the caregiver is serving, which is all of us, it's our community. And then caregivers, they have such huge hearts. I did an interview with a caregiver who said that she felt called. She'd been doing it for 17 years, and her mom did it. She said, just like with active military service, she's like, I feel called, and if I don't do it, who will? So these are people that are so incredible, and they deserve to thrive.
Angels among us. Thank you so much.
New Day Northwest is sponsored by Serengeti Home Care.